Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's Rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Texas State Bobcats, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bobcats will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Picks his way and gets 4 after the 27. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Quarterback will audible. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. And how about this tight end finding that soft spot after the play action froze him?
It's tough to do sometimes for these tight ends to kind of find zone defense and find the areas they need to work and make sure that they've got that communication with the QB. But these two right now are on the same page.
They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. He's got his man. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver shows motion. They want to just keep throwing it. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Third and goal coming up here.
3:25.
From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Going with the ground game left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Knocked off his feet.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Hall to go up top. Quickly complete. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down.
And the defense brought the blitz on third down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Oh, he wants it all. And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. And the return man just kept finding alleys to run in, and he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback checking the play. Dialing up a second down pass play. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Clemson jumps to the line. He'll throw on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoreless.
First down to start the drive after the break.
6-9-1, Gators score.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see.
Cricket.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense.
Longer. Lion. Arrow.
They want to throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down.
55 weak.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The aerial assault continues. Coming after it. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
What a disappointment. No good. After the miss, no change in the score. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You've got to go out. You've got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The back goes in motion. He's there to make the stop. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Hall will throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
Gorilla. Tuna. Dino. Hawk.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bobcats. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. North Carolina went on the road and just dominated, and that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Tar Heels ever do that? 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Used the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Spits it out to the back. It's complete. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
How hard is that as a linebacker when you're trying to cover a running back on that angle route who runs routes like that, right? He thought he was going to the flat. He was barreling towards the sideline trying to knock that ball away, and all of a sudden he gets crossed up, and that's just too easy giving up.
Gonna take a shot. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes. And then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win. But you got to take those chances. You've got to be aggressive. The offense won that one. At least it wasn't a huge game-changing play.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll leave it with him. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. They'll try it on the ground. The Bobcats pick up the 1st down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the 1st down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that 1st down.
Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas State.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And he's coming out of the end zone. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
He's going for it all. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Buying some time. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Swings it out to the flat. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the point after. He wants to... Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He's got it for the 2. Found his man on the fake, and they take the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Hall to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU is just getting blown off the field today. It's like they haven't even been competitive. How'd you like to be the network censor on the coaches show this week? They're trailing by 14 to Texas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's going to take off. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up a big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 20. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down in this. The ball back for its own.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Bobcats have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
On to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back looking for help. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking.
Oh, look out! And he's brought down after a huge completion. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage like that, now you're able to attack and try to get a touchdown on this drive.
I can't wait to see next, Reese, if this offensive coordinator and play caller decides to keep his foot down on the pedal and maybe take another shot now that they're in the red zone.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Here's the handoff. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He fires it out to the right. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Wants to go up. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great sailor. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll try to power their way ahead. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
3rd down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
The Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Buys a little time. Trying to get rid of it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on 4th down. Makes the catch past the sticks. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Hall will throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State.
Texas State.
Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to the Red Hawks of Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. First down here for the offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He fires a bullet to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line. Line gets set, first down. Quick strike complete. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
By the back. Picks up 4. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Clemson 30, Texas State 28.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide out in motion. Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Defense was a little anxious there, got caught offsides. The penalty will be declined and give them the touchdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 5 here in the fourth. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. A couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the...
Open runway ahead. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. He's looking to throw. The quick out. Into the end zone, the two-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Curious call here as they line up for an onside kick with the lead in a one-possession game in the fourth. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. With jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Line getting set on second down. Hall to go up top. They're bringing... The offense coughs it up. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. Oh, the big fella. Look at the big fella rumble. Touchdown, Clemson. The defense with the scoop and score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
At the 26-yard line. Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Hall will throw it. They're trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Looking for a huge play. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Smart move to keep it on the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly. And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get home.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. This is a 3rd and long. They'll go to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Coming up, 4th down.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.